Welcome. Today's class, we're focusing on shoulders and upper back. This is the area of our body that tends to get tighter and tighter and more kind of rounded with bad posture, sitting in front of computers, sitting on the couch and all that good stuff. So we're going to open that up today and we're going to get some movement into our shoulder joint. So come to a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. Start breathing through your nose. Just focusing your breath, slow it down. Remember, breathe into your belly. And with that I mean your belly is physically expanding on your inhale and softening at the same time. Sometimes we walk around sucking everything in and we don't even notice that it's tight. So let it all hang out. Let your chin come down to your chest. Circle around just once. Notice how your neck is feeling today, and then turn the other way. Again, just one time around. And come to center. And then take your right arm out to the side. And move your left ear over to the left shoulder. And then circle that arm. Change direction. And come to center. Make sure you got the wrist flexed. And I just want you to move your ear to shoulder, side to side. So this is just a little bit of nerve flossing to get started. Move left ear to left shoulder, and then only lifting that right shoulder up and down, up and down. Often we have a big nerve it's actually 3 big nerves that goes down on our arm, and it's a good idea to get that floss that goes all the way through the shoulder system. And sometimes our shoulders can feel really gnarly or tight, and it's actually nerve stuff. All right, then I want you to flex and open the wrist. You still got that ear over towards your left shoulder. And shake it out. Other side. You're going to take the left arm out to the side, flex the wrist, right ear to right shoulder, and circle that arm. Change direction. Come to center, and then start moving head side to side. And right ear to right shoulder, lift the shoulder up and down. So when we're focusing on a body part, a body area, it's always a good idea to not just focus on the muscles, but also focus on those nerves. And again, the wrist. And shake it out. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then take your fingertips down to your shoulders. And then take your arms out to the side and let the top of your hands come up your lower back. So as high as you can take them. Inhale, reach your arms up. Fingertips to shoulders, hands behind your back. Up, fingertips to shoulders, hands behind your back, and up, shoulders, back. Reach your arms up. And then take your right hand over to your left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. Hands to your knees. And then circle your torso. Get that movement into your spine. I like this so much because it's not just flexing and bending. We're moving our spine in all directions. You're rotating, you're side bending, which is also make the movement big. Don't be afraid of going a little weird here. Change direction. Come back to center. And then make your way onto all four. And start moving into your cat-cow. You're going to go with your own breath here. Again, you're getting the movement into your spine, so feel free to add whatever needs to be added. Come to center. And then I want you to take your right hand to the back of your head. Inhale, open up to the side, and then straighten your arm. Hand back and curl in. Take that right elbow all the way over to the left. And again, open, straighten, back, curl in, open, straighten, back, curl in. Come to center, other side. Hand to the back of your head. Inhale, open, straighten, bend, curl in, open, straighten, bend, curl in. Last time. Open, straighten, bend, curl in. Come to center. And by the way, we are going to need a strap later. Any strap will do. It can even be a tie. It can be a belt. Walk your hands forward and then come into a puppy pose. And you are going to take it as deep as is comfortable for you. So maybe you take your forehead to the mat. Maybe it's chin to the mat. Maybe it's even chest to the mat, depending on your shoulder flexibility. I don't have very flexible shoulders, so I'm just going to take my forehead to the ground. But to go a little deeper, I'm getting up on my fingertips. And really try and lengthen your arms here. And come back to center. Tuck your toes and lift up. Hips up and back, keep your knees bent, stay on your tippy toes. And we're going to do our little down dog rolls. Rolling forward, lower your hips, open up your chest. And back. One more time. Roll forward, lower your hips, open up your chest. And back. And walk it out. Find that first down dog of the day. And I like to kind of move my hips a little from side to side here to get a little stretch going into kind of the side of your shoulders. I think that feels really nice and necessary. That might not be you. You don't have to do it. It's just a little investigation, a little exploration of the pose. Look forward, walk your hands to the front. Come into a ragdoll forward fold. Keep that little bend in your knees and just hang. And then slowly roll up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then we're going to grab a strap. So again, it doesn't have to be a fancy yoga strap. It can be any strap. And it's individual how much length we need on this strap. But however flexible, however flexible your shoulders are. So start with, I don't know, a couple of feet in between, but don't hold the strap so tight that you can't just loosen and let go. So keep it straight, and I want you to slowly reach your arms up, all the way. Try and keep your arms straight, and again, you might have to give yourself a little bit more strap. And back. And back and forth. Again, try and keep the arms as straight as you can. And we're going to do another 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And you can set the strap down, shake it out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step forward, come into a lunge. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, pretend you're hugging a big bear. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hug. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hug. Reach your arms up, bend your left elbow, grab it with the bend your right elbow, grab it with the left hand. Come into a little shoulder stretch. Try and be as tall as you can in that lunge. And come over to the other side. And release, hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step forward. Reach your arms up. And again, cactus. Hug the bear. Cactus. Hug the bear. And cactus. Hug the bear. Reach your arms up. Bend the left elbow. Grab with the right. Again, stay tall. And the other side. Release hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa. And then come forward and all the way down onto your belly. And then take your right arm out to the side, bend the elbow 90 degrees. So it's kind of cactus arm. And then you're going to place your left hand out in front. I'm just going to turn around because I want you to see what I'm doing. So you can rest your forehead on your left hand. And then keeping both of your tits on the mat, I want you to, this is just the best way to say it. You know what I mean then. No fancy words. All right. I want you to lift your right arm up. And again, keeping your tits on the mat. And you're going to lift it as high as you can and lower it back down. And lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Then I want you to lift and straighten it out in front like Superman. Really reaching. Come back and lower. Lift, straighten, bend, and lower. One more. Lift, straighten, bend, and lower. Move over to the other side. So left arm out as a cactus arm. And again, you're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And again, you're going to lift and straighten out like Superman. Back and down. Lift, straighten, back and down. One more. Lift, straighten, back and down. Then I want you to take your right arm out again, just like before, like a cactus arm. Take your right cheek to the ground. Keep the side of your head on the mat and push away with your left hand. Come into a pec minor stretch. So pec minor is this little muscle that's sitting in the front of your chest, and the more we spend hunched over, sitting on our phone, laptops, all that, this muscle gets shorter and shorter and tighter, and eventually starts pulling the shoulder forward. And we come into this kind of semi-permanent bad posture. So this is a good little stretch to open that up. And come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. And then what we're going to do, I want you to come onto your left side. You're going to lie on the side, looking cute. I want this left arm straight out in front. So you kind of got your left shoulder underneath you here, arm straight out. And then I want you to bend that left elbow, palm facing you, and start windshield wiping this arm. And to start with, we're just moving from side to side. And by the way, if you've got a yoga block handy, you can totally take a yoga block and just rest your head. That makes it a little bit more comfortable. And then the next time you move your arm so it's pointing down towards your feet, I want you to turn the arm so palm is facing the mat. And I want you to place your right hand on top of your forearm. So not on the hand, on the forearm. And you're just going to apply gentle pressure. So you don't force it all the way down. Gentle pressure, just gently leading it down towards the mat. And this can get quite intense. If you have some tightness in your shoulders, this is my tight shoulder this side, so I have a fair amount of stuff going on here. It's like, ooh, it's not the most comfortable stretch for me. So we're just going to hold this for about a minute. And then I want you to slowly start pressing the forearm into that right hand, but I want you to resist with your right hand. So there's a little bit of activity that's building up in that left arm, and you're going to feel that activity build up all the way up towards the shoulder. And you might even start to shake a little bit. Building up, building up. You're definitely shaking now. And then I want you to switch that activity to move from pressing the forearm into your right hand to whoop. I want you to actively try and move that arm down. It's not being pressed. You can lift that right arm up. You're actively moving down, 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 down. Full pressure. Again, you're shaking a little bit. And then you're going to release the activity, come back to a passive state. And I want you to, again, use your right hand to move it gently down. And you probably notice that you got a little bit more range now. And release. You're going to come over to the other side. So same thing now. You've got the right arm straight out. Again, you can rest your head on a block. It's okay if you don't have a block. You're good. And then bend that right elbow, palm facing you first. And you're just going to windshield wipe that lower arm. And you might notice that most normally we have one shoulder that has more range than the other. That's completely normal. And then next time it comes pointing down towards your legs, I want you to turn the palm so palm is facing the mat. And again, take your left hand. I can't seem to get this block right for me. There you go. And then place it on the forearm, not the hand, and gently push down. So you're not forcing the shoulder, into any kind of extremity. It's just a gentle pressure. You're going to hold it for about a minute. Try and relax. Which I know if this got some stuff going on in your shoulders, this can be difficult. It can be kind of intense. You always have the breath to come back to, that long breath through the nose. Slow inhale, slow exhale. And then slowly start applying that pressure. You're going to push that right forearm into the left hand. You're going to resist with your left hand, and you're going to slowly build up the pressure, build up the pressure. You feel that engagement coming all the way into your right shoulder. Build it up, build it up, build it up. You're shaking. And then you're going to release, actively move that right forearm down towards the mat. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. Again, you're shaking a little bit. And release. And again, apply gentle pressure. You probably notice you have increased your range a little. And release. Come lying onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest, move a little from side to side. And then lower both of your knees over to one side, arms out to the side. Come into a twist. Melting both shoulder blades into the mat. And come back to center, other side. Come back to center. And find your Shavasana. Let your palms face the ceiling or the sky. Close your eyes, relax your body, relax your breath. And as always, I want you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you need. Not as long as you want, as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.